Good morning, everybody. How is everybody this morning? And just for a change, I am not slightly early, I am exactly on time, which is most uncharacteristic of me. I hope nobody minds too much. So, what are we doing? Obviously it's the long dark, and if anybody saw yesterday morning's stream, you know that it was some mildly traumatic. Truly, the night was dark and full of terrors. I got to stop doing potentially prophetic stream titles. It was minor nightmarish. I literally got caught out in the middle of a blizzard at night, couldn't see my hand in front of my face, and fortunately Bubba, if you're here, assisted me out of that situation, because otherwise I would probably have died, which would have been contraindicated. So today is essentially recovering from that, because in addition to nearly dying of hypothermia, I also had 2 wolf fights. My clothes need repair. It was quite an active game yesterday. So let's see. Yeah, as you can see, I am just warming up. My condition is moderately terrible. It is early in the day, and in fact, I think the first thing I'm going to do is warm up properly by taking a nap. Because I think Mackenzie here could use a break as much as I could have done last night. I swear. I thought when I finished I was going to quietly have a mental breakdown. Sorry, inappropriate joke there, but I do know a little bit about those. So let's at least get him warmed up. Despite the near disaster that was last night, it was quite a successful stream. I did manage to shoot 2 deer. I managed to recover their skins, which I need. So you can see I've got deer hide curing there. Let's see. I need wolf skins. I need everything, and there are in principle at least 2 dead wolves out there. I'm just having a quick scroll down here. 17. Whoa, 17 dead wolves. I think yesterday there were only 14. So there is a lot of resources that I need to gather without getting myself into too much trouble. Oh, water. I need to take water with me. And there were some valuable lessons learned. Like, next time I go out, make sure I can... well, yes, I need to build up my ability to build a snow shelter. Oh, I need to fix my bow. My bow broke. Right, back inside. I have to fix my bow. Let's grab some guts. Let's head down. I let things slip a bit. I thought I had built my bow, but it turns out I hadn't, and I lost the bow I was using, which had done me sterling service. Let's finish that off as absolute starters. Good morning, Bubba. Were your ears burning? You just got mentioned for rescuing me last night. And oh, there we go. For which I thank you. No, you told me precisely where to go, and I was lost and confused, so yeah, you deserve the credit for that one. I would probably not have survived otherwise. It does turn out, though, that there are... I thought... last time I checked, there were 14 dead wolves. Today, it seems there are 17, so there's at least a couple out there waiting for me to collect their resources. But I do have a bow functioning again, so thank goodness for that. And the weather's not too bad, and I went out the wrong way. I did observe signs of... yeah. Let us grab some meat so that I can keep myself alive. There is a dead deer over there from which I have stripped the hide. There's still a wolf over there, but if memory serves, I think there's another dead wolf over here. And I think there might be another one over there. Yes, I did fix the bow. And look! There's my arrow. Oops. Let's pick up some feathers. Actually, I am curious to see if that's what I think it is. I think it is. I think that's another dead wolf. Yes, Thivia, I'm afraid I was a bit of a butcher yesterday. I did urgently need a deer skin. I need wolf skin. I basically had a whole bunch of requirements drop on me all at once. Yep, that's another wolf. I just want the hide for now. Get those curing. Yes, I was going to mention that yesterday's live stream was my most successful one yet. Last I checked, I was at 130 something views, 88 hours of watch time. It is my second most watched video in terms of just numbers, and my most watched video in terms of duration. And I got most of that time in about 6 hours. But the thing is, most people wouldn't have known about the struggle unless, I suspect, you and Anna were sharing it because of the amusement factor of me having a mild panic attack. I also picked up 2 subscribers during the live stream. And I picked up 3 more during the evening live stream. So I am currently at 96 subscribers. So... oh, I will do. Absolutely. Probably best to do it when she's online, but I'll do it anyway. Anna is the person... well, between Anna and Bubba, I think, they are the people probably most responsible for getting the word out. I hate to think how they title it. I haven't seen that. I imagine it's come and watch this inept Englishman trying to play the long dart while we yell and scream at him in frustration. Alright, then it's Anna. Yes, and I am inept at social media, as we have more or less established. Right, let's get this stuff. Hang on, where did that lumin mouse cursor? Right. And I'm sorry, I'm dumping stuff on the floor. Why is a wolf pelt heavier than a bear pelt? Oh, it's not. Okay, why is a wolf pelt almost as heavy as a bear pelt? That makes no sense. So that is that, and that. Those will take a few days. I've still got plenty of time, I think. Yes, I do. Yes. Let us... I wonder if I have time. This is actually interesting, because as you can see, I've got crows there, crows over there, there were crows over there, so I did wonder how many circling crows you could have, and the answer appears to be you can have quite a few. And you can still spot them, which means that the dead timber wolves are so far out of range as to be ridiculous. I'm awfully tempted to wait until tomorrow to do this.
Too heavy.
I suspect that's the lone survivor of the 4 wolves that were over there. Of course, one thing that kept me alive last night was actually the trip up to the radio tower there, because I found a decent parka, which I am now wearing, and the warmth bonus it gives me is substantial. Let us look at all that lovely meat. Which I will worry about cooking at some other time. Still, thanks to Bubba's insistence that I...
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yes, no, that's a good idea. I really want to get my condition back up before I start doing anything too exploratory. And if I recall, the barn was pretty much straight ahead of me. I can't remember now. It was, wasn't it? Hang on a second. The first thing I encountered when on my way back was over there, I think, the tractor. I think it was the tractor, wasn't it? No, possibly not. I got turned round. Did I come over from that way? My goodness. Alright. I'll go map that tomorrow. And all I can say is it is bloomin' cold out here. Do you know what? I can probably... Let's cook up some of this at least.
I need to
I think I'm surprised I've kept as many arrows as I have. Well, let's see if I can least cook. Yeah, let's take charcoal, because I never have enough charcoal. Oh, okay. For some reason I just got lost thinking it was a... Yes, no, you're absolutely right. This was completely... I'm not deathly afraid of wolves. Look, I went and deliberately started a fight with a pack of 4. Yes, I'm sure. Not necessarily my proudest moment, it has to be said. I'm going to have to work on my poker face.
Someone's gotta go.
Yes, I actually do kind of do that. I've been able to do things like that. This time though, I was completely taken off guard because the blizzard dropped in, and that I was not ready for, I freely admit. That I was completely unprepared for. I can cook that tomorrow. And if the bears come and take it from me, not the bears, the wolves come and take it from me, I'm gonna have to say they're probably welcome to it. I think they deserve it more than I do. While I'm out here, oh, poor rabbit. Almost tempted to leave that out as a gift to whichever wolf is brave enough to come anywhere near me. Let me have a quick look and see. Oh boy, yes. So yeah, those need to be... Oh, no wonder I was getting colder in a hurry. So those are why I need the deerskins. And that. Everything's falling apart on me. And that. And that. Yeah, so this is why I need absolutely everything to rebuild. Yes, I got, I freely admit I got quite disoriented. Which does happen in blizzards. I have never actually been outside, well, I have kind of been outside in a full-blown blizzard. But I was in a car and my father was driving. And you may not think the south of England gets blizzards, but we got a blizzard. And it was snowing so hard. You know how the in last night's episode they you had all that driving driving snow, that's literally what you could see out of the windscreen of the car. Were it not for the road, you could easily see how you would get lost. It was quite a salutary lesson. Right, let's see about... Where did I put my... Oh, there. It was yeah, that particular blizzard was bad enough that you couldn't move in the car. The snow was piling up. This was the south of England, and not a region you normally associate with blizzards. But can't remember what year that was. I would have been 7 or 8, I suppose. I lived in Georgia for a while. My first ex-wife was from Georgia. Lived in Atlanta. Oh, we did. I was surprised at just how cold the winters could get there. First time I ever saw a tree shattered because the cold hit so fast it broke the tree apart. What am I doing? I am waiting. I'm not quite sure that was the way of putting it. Don't know about the good food. I mean, if I have to pick a country I've lived in for food, it would probably be Austria. I think I preferred the food in Austria. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, Austria probably had the best of readily available food. I never was a massive fan of southern food. Well, where I was living in Austria, we also got... well, we were right next door to Italy and I think Czechoslovakia. So we had quite diverse cuisine there. And the place I was working had a fantastic canteen, which was part and parcel of the deal working there. Yeah, best ice cream I've probably ever had was in Austria. It was yeah, really fantastic food. I think it was Czechoslovakia that was next to us, so you did have a lot of regional foods there. That was in Villach in Austria. Did like that place. Stuff that food down. Oh, this is going to be another day for... Wow. Yes, that's not a great idea. Let's go fix some things. Yeah, they Tipping is not a European thing so much, because they don't have to depend on tips to make their wages. Right, let us get myself fixed up. Wow, that was in really bad shape. Let us okay, getting there. Hat, gloves, boots are going to have to wait until the deer is fixed. Moderately certain I got another rabbit skin around here somewhere. Let's see, what was it? Those are decent. Let's repair those. Actually, I probably didn't need to do that. But so those are new. That's like new. I need, yeah, this and this definitely needs fixing. I wonder, does anybody remember what you need for, because looks like it might be easier for me to make new. I need 2 cured dye. Okay, you know, it's going to be better if I make new boots and harvest the old ones. I think I will do that. Oh, good morning, Taylor. How you doing? Yeah, no, the my second ex-wife actually worked in a restaurant, and they kind of cheat on the minimum wage idea. Basically, she made minimum wage with tips. The European system doesn't do it that way, and they genuinely just don't necessarily want tips there. Same with Hong Kong. I once tried to give a tip in Hong Kong, and they were quite horrified that I was doing that. Where's my... Let's drop that. Don't need it. Drop that. I can't use it. Let's harvest this. Welcome back. Yeah, that's the bit of the cheaty thing, isn't it? With restaurants. I mean, it should be, we'll pay you minimum wage, you can keep your tips. That would be fair. But the system is not in favour of you doing that. Yeah. Oh, may as well harvest that as well. Sorry, this is all make work while I get everything to in a position where I can... I've decided it's going to be easier, in case anybody's missing it. I'm going to make new boots and then salvage the old ones. I'll probably use 2 deer skins making new boots, repairing my existing boots, so I might as well just make new ones and then harvest the old one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Right, let's harvest that. No, that is completely unfair. But one of the things I did love about working in Austria was that the law is more on the side of the employee than say it is in America, where the law tends to be on the side of the employer. Ooh, maybe I will get this done. Yeah, Europe in general is very good that way. I as a as a place to live, I think my favorite place to live so far in my life was in fact Austria. When I was laid off, the Austrian social service system just kicked in, provided for me well. I mean, they provided well. Now, yes, I was paying high taxes. I paid 50% tax on my overtime, but when I needed assistance, I did not begrudge those taxes whatsoever. So, yeah. And the stupid thing is, while unions obviously can be a bad thing, they can also be a very, very good thing. There wouldn't be the labor laws we have without unions. Guess what I'm doing, Bubba? Emergency cloth. Not getting caught like that again. That was not my ideal situation. Now, the silly thing is, I do understand why restaurants behave, at least in the States, in the way that they do towards their employees. Their margins are horribly, horribly thin. I think most restaurants fail within a year or two of startup. So, yeah, it's not a pleasant. I don't know why anybody would go into the restaurant industry, to be honest. It's slightly scary. Okay, so I've got cloth. Yeah, I mean, restaurants make their margin if they can from alcohol sales. I think that's where most of their margin comes from. Eat. No. The making money out of a restaurant is, I'm not going to say it's a fool's game, but you really, really need to be knowing exactly what you're doing. I'm going to be obsessively checking these deer now, aren't I? Actually, yeah, so I need new boots, and then I need to repair. Yeah. And of course it's possibly, I say possibly, those razor thin margins that is not only responsible for the payment practices that you see in the United States, it is also the reason that I think even now the restaurant industry is essentially shored up by illegal immigrants. Let's see what my clothes are like. Okay, my clothes are at least not freezing me to death. Yeah. really, I mean, the minimum wage system should be set up so that people can live off it. At least, my opinion. If that makes me a socialist, so what? I don't care. The idea that you might have to work 2 or 3 jobs, all at minimum wage, just to survive, is ludicrous. And of course that's another reason I like Europe, because there, at least in principle, the minimum wage will allow you to live. Ooh. Hello, wolves. I was not expecting you to be over that way. I don't want to get into another fight at this point. Yeah. And this, it's I'm getting dangerously close to talking about politics, which I should really avoid. So no thanks. No. Oh, I came from over there. Gotcha. I see it now. Ah, right. Got it. Got it. Wow, did I come through this in the middle of the blasted blizzard? There's another dead animal over there. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I'll use this brief opportunity to figure my way. Oh, this is where the timber wolves hang out, isn't it? Yeah. It's so easy to yeah, unfortunately it's a very easy subject to fall into, and I try very hard not to. Oh, I checked him already. Okay. And as you say, I just head straight that way. How come the barn doesn't show up on the map? No, look at that. It shows the corpse, but not the barn. Oh, I see. I see what I did. Shot the deer about there, and then went that way instead of that way. I thought I could navigate that way, and I didn't. Got it. I see what I did now. Yeah. Yes, I wasn't familiar with everything. I'm staggered I got... And there's the bridge, yeah. Or a bridge. I am slightly staggered I survived this. Oh, those wolves are going to be a problem, aren't they? I can see that coming up a mile away. Yes, that is always the solution, isn't it? To a wolf. If in doubt, shoot it in the face. At least in this situation. Not worth doing. Mental note, I need sticks. Well, oh yes, I mean, we are the only survivors in this particular scenario. Oh, I just realised I don't have any wood, do I? Right, let's just drop that. I need to do a wood run at some point. Yeah. Now I'm scared to just step away from the house. I'll do it tomorrow. Sorry. I'm going to be a chicken about this. Everybody feel free to make clucking noises. Yes, I know I'm fine. It's my mental state that's not. I really want to get everything fixed up before I start more adventures. Because the way things are now, if I make a mistake, I'm going to be out here in the middle of nowhere with no boots. And I don't have any replacements. Which is not a good situation to be in. I didn't happen to leave any spare wood lying around, did I? Why can't I cook with charcoal? Yes, you're absolutely right. And in fact, I've done that. But last night I forgot. And I was relying too much on what I thought I knew, which turned out to be a horrendous mistake. Definitely my bad. Oh, wait a second. I know. I need to do some fixing of things, don't I? Oh yes, I know. If I'd had the wood, I'd have been alright, but I didn't know where I was. Couldn't. Yeah, there's all kinds of. I've got all kinds of excuses. And please note, I did say they were excuses. Yeah, but I was actually in a fairly sheltered position. I should have been okay. What time of day is it? So, while I've got everybody, where's my wood just gone? Oh, there. Here's a rough idea for the schedule for the next few days. Evening schedule, I should say. The morning schedule is going to be pretty much as it is now. Let me guess, I forgot to pick up meat. Yes, I did. So, yes. So, evening schedule. So, this evening is going to be Sky Children of the Light. There is an event today I need to cover, so I will be doing that this evening. Tomorrow is most likely going to be the Long Dark Stalker edition. Wednesday is going to be interesting. I am probably I was talking about it with a few people from my evening / Sky community, and there is definitely some interest in listening to me for whatever reason, reading a fairy tale. So Wednesday we are going to have a wee bit of an experiment wherein I will read one of Grimm's fairy tales, and that will be with the potential for commentary and chat and this sort of thing, and we'll see how it goes and see if people like it, because the alternative is that I record that kind of audio, primarily audio, as a separate entity and upload it without live streaming it. So Wednesday is going to be somewhat experimental, but it has actually been requested that I do something like that, so that's what we're going to try and do Wednesday. As for Thursday and Friday, that's up in the air for the moment. So that's kind of what I'm planning for the evenings up until Wednesday. And after that is anybody's guess. So Wednesday at, well, yes, it's always 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So Wednesday 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I have now committed myself to reading one of Grimm's fairy tales. I don't know which one of Grimm's fairy tales I'll read. I'll do one of the familiars. I don't know if you're aware of this, but most of Grimm's fairy tales are not known to the general public, because Disney hasn't made movies out of them. So I'll probably start off with something familiar. Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel. It's not called Little Red Riding Hood, it's called Little Red Cap in Grimm's. If I can find that, there's two versions of the Cinderella story. If I can find the more gruesome one, I might read that. There's a much more satisfying ending for the sisters in that one. And let's see what else. Another one, Snow White. I think the Grimm's version of Snow White has an interesting ending for the evil stepmother. So I'll do some of the popular ones first, and see how that goes. That is likely to be quite exhausting, but we'll see how it is. Oh, right. I don't know Struwelpelter. Oh, charming. I was amused by the ending of Rumpelstiltskin. I can see that. I can see Disney would never make the ending of that for Rumpelstiltskin. If anybody remembers the ending of that one. Yeah, the Grimm's ending for Rumpelstiltskin is he gets so angry, he stamps his foot so hard into the floor it gets stuck, and then he tears himself in half trying to get his foot out. I wouldn't mind trying to find some of the originals to these stories I've heard about, but they're not actually in Grimm's, which is kind of interesting. I did find a late 17th century version of Cinderella, which is, it's obviously the Cinderella story, but the ending is one of it is I'm trying to remember the ending of the 17th century, late 17th century Cinderella story. The stepsisters, who by the way I don't think they're ugly in Grimm's, and I certainly don't think they are in the in an original, an earlier version. They beg forgiveness. Cinderella forgives them, and they get married to lords on the same day. There's this interesting subplot of forgiveness and redemption, I suppose you would call it, although as far as I understand it, apart from begging for forgiveness, the stepsisters don't actually do anything to deserve redemption. Hello, water dog. Look at this. I think I'm pretty much back to normal. Let's see whether or not... Well, I know. I'm just going to check on progress for various. 42%, 42%, 25, 25. Cured, 83% cured. Getting there. New ending. No, the one I was talking about was the 17th century ending. It was, I think, a French Cinderella story. It's definitely Cinderella. Okay, do you mean the new ending that's in... I think it's in one version of Grimm's, but not another? Yeah, there's a version of the Cinderella story... the Cinderella story, which is... In fact... let me see. Let's just skip through the Cinderella story to the mandatory trying on of the slipper. Now, obviously, the prince shows up. Yeah, no, they married. Oh no, I'm not going anywhere in this. I'm not in the mood for that. No, I've had enough of blizzards for now. Cooking. So there is a version of, I think it's, I'm slightly confused. There seem to be two versions of the Grimm Cinderella. So like I said, we'll skip to the bit where the stepsisters are trying on the slipper. Now you probably know that one of the stepsisters goes to try on the shoe, and of course it won't fit. Hi Anna, how are you doing? And Anna here is single-handedly probably responsible for the massive success of yesterday's live stream. So thank you very, very much, Anna. Yes, 35 consecutive watches, and as of the last time I checked, something like 120, 130 views total, and over 80 hours of viewing time. So, thank you, Anna. Much appreciated. What am I doing? I am cooking. So, anyway, you've got one of the stepsisters trying on a shoe that doesn't fit, and her mother gives her a knife and tells her to cut off her toe. Because as the mother says, you won't need to be able to walk when you're married to the prince. And so she cuts off her toe, and I think even in the text it says, masking her pain, she then presents herself with this fitting slipper to the prince. Now, the prince actually is in the process of carrying her back to the palace, when birds point out that there's blood on the shoe. And the prince looks down, and sure enough, there's blood on the shoe. So he takes her back home. At which point, the second stepsister gets the opportunity to try on the shoe, but it won't fit. So the mother gives this particular stepsister a knife and tells her to cut off part of her heel. Which she does, and thus manages to get her foot into the slipper. And the prince, because he's something of a gullible sort it seems, proceeds to take her home, and the birds then point out that in fact there's still, there's blood on the slipper. So the rest of the story, up to a certain point, is pretty much as you can imagine. Now, there's one, I forget the ending of one version of Grimm's, and that's the relatively mild one. The other version of the ending of Grimm's is definitely on the dark side, because the stepsisters go to the wedding, because of of course you do, of course they do. And on the way to the wedding, I don't think this is new. So on the way to the wedding, pigeons descend upon the stepsisters and pluck out an eye each. Now, for some bizarre reason, they proceed with the wedding, and on the way back from the wedding, pigeons descend upon the sisters and pluck out the other eye that they have remaining, and so they end up blind and suffering for the rest of their lives. I mean, that's the version that Disney should have done, but I sort of understand why they didn't. Yeah, that would not sell. In some ways, that's my preferred version. The ending of Cinderella, of course, is... the funny thing about the ending of Cinderella... Not Cinderella, I beg your pardon. Snow White. The ending of Snow White is kind of interesting. You're familiar with the basic story. Well, at the ending of Snow White, the evil stepmother, or whatever she was, is forced to wear shoes made of red hot iron, and is then forced to dance to death from exhaustion. Again, that would have been an interesting one for Disney to try and get away with, but sorry, I'm trying to talk about my fairy tales at the same time as I'm doing this. Let's go and drop my meat outside. Multitasking when you have to think is surprisingly difficult. So anyway, that will be on Wednesday night, and we'll see how that goes. But the interesting thing to me, and I don't know whether it's faulty memory or what, but that whole forcing people to dance to death thing, I'm moderately certain it's not unique to Snow White. I think it's occurred in other items out of folklore, so it may itself have been borrowed. What am I doing? Anybody know what I'm doing? Hi, I'm that girl, how are you? Oh, I need twigs, don't I? That's what I'm doing. I want my 15 twigs. Don't tell me it's easy to pick them up. It never is when you want them. I do have Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, but they are quite long. I did skip through the Little Mermaid because I knew the ending was different. Hey Bubba, do you want to know what achievement I just got on Steam? Yes, don't starve. Keep calorie store above 0 for 10 days. 15.2% of players have made this achievement. Oh! I got Natural Healer yesterday as well. I didn't realise. Heal yourself using all types of natural medicines. 10% of players have made this achievement. But the ending of The Little Mermaid, of course, in the original, is quite different from Disney's version. It's actually a combination of sad, poignant, somewhat joyous, weird, kind of interesting. Right, I have been going now for 65 minutes. and my bladder is demanding my attention. If you eat a mermaid, is that the equivalent of surf and turf? Right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in 3 or 4 minutes. Please don't everybody rush off. I promise I'm always back within 3 or 4 minutes. So I will see you all shortly. And I'm back. So, I'm sure most people are vaguely familiar with the story of The Little Mermaid. Disney did get some of it, as I understand it, more or less right. Little Mermaid falls in love with a prince, goes to this undersea witch, trades in her tail, and I think her immortality to to get legs, so that she can, and it also costs her voice, but she thinks that'll give her the opportunity to woo this prince that she's fallen in love with. Unfortunately, the prince loves her, but as they say, like a sister, and he falls in love with somebody else. And towards the end, which goes on for some time, Ariel, the Little Mermaid, not so mermaid anymore, she decides she's going to kill him, and she's literally poised over him with a penknife of all things in her hand, ready to plunge it into his heart, and he murmurs his new wife's name in his sleep. I'm going to drop my cloth by the door and my twigs so that... But that's not the end of the story, because she throws herself over the side of the ship or whatever it is they're on, and is turned into, as I recall, sea spray, sea spume. And that's not the end of the story, because she gets picked up by other spirits somewhat like her and told that she has sort of 300 years of doing good deeds to gain a soul and thus get the opportunity to enter heaven. I think that's right. Which, okay, so far so good, but there's some slightly weird corollaries to that. If they enter a bedroom and there is happiness they can get a year taken off their 300-year, we'll call it a sentence. However, if they enter a bedroom and there's unhappiness present, a year gets put on. But nonetheless, the ending is at least somewhat hopeful, and she doesn't seem to be completely miserable because her existence hasn't ended. Now, that's not an ending that Disney would necessarily go for either. Do you know what, Taylor? I don't remember that much. I was literally skipping through because I was curious to see what the differences were, and the primary difference is the ending as far as I could tell. I'm sure there are other differences that Disney would not necessarily go for. Ooh, I just had a thought. I wonder if I should read Bambi at some point. I actually read both Bambi novels as a kid. Felix Sultan. And I actually forget the differences between Bambi and the novels. I think there's not a huge amount of difference, because the Bambi cartoon is still pretty dark. But I think copyright will have expired on Phoenix Sultan's books. Of course, in the books, Bambi was not a fallow deer; he was a roe deer. I suppose Disney felt that a fallow deer was more visually interesting, or was it a red deer? Whereas a roe deer, of course, is quite small and doesn't have a magnificent set of antlers. What's my clothing like? Oh, yeah, these are slowly wearing down. That's still decent. I do need to fix those. Definitely going to be better to remake these and then repair that, I think. Everything else should be... Yeah, everything else is in surprisingly good nick. Yeah, we used to make a joke when I was a kid about Bambi. See the movie, read the book, eat the cast. I think yeah, I'm not going after the moose cloak, I don't think, anytime soon. Not with the bearskin cloak coming up. Let's see what the local wildlife is up to. Not in sight, which is good for my sense of well-being. Not about to get into a fight with wolves again until I'm fully repaired, I think. Call me a coward if you wish. Oops. Don't know Sammy, do I? I hope he's alright though from what you're saying. So I cooked up all that meat, didn't I? Look at this sea of meat. There's another deer waiting for me over there somewhere too, which I should probably try and harvest, I suppose. I've always got the wolf. And the other wolves, actually. I need to try and find the other wolves, seeing as there's another, what, 3 or 4 or 5 dead ones out here hanging around. All day? Wow, I could not do that all day. 3 hours is my absolute maximum, I think. Yeah, do I make an early night of it? I don't really want to. I don't have anything to cook. I just desperately need everything to get cured in there so that I can fix myself up. I've lost 7% of my boots off this live stream. Well, yeah, this deer hide's not going to be done this stream. It's going to have to be next time. That should be cured next time. Oh, good. You all get to watch me make new clothes next time, I think. What fun for you all. Now let's do a little bit of cloth harvesting, seeing as I seem to be constantly running out of that. Anything else I can break down? Do I need the decent steed jacket? Not really. Right, let's make sure I've got everything I need to sleep. I do. Let's get this day over and done with. Nope, don't need to head to the bathroom. Not drinking from the cistern. Only one pair of socks in interloper for 60 days. That's making my toes feel distinctly chilly. Just thinking about it. No, I like the bed where it is. Excuse me. Beds belong in bedrooms, not sitting messily in... Hang on a second. You're the one telling me I ought to move the bed into a place where it will make everything messy and cluttered up, but then you complain that I've got pelts and gut on the floor. That seems a little inconsistent to me. Yes, I know. Welcome to entertaining hypocrisy. Now let's see where I would stick it. Oh wow, for some reason I thought that would be brighter when I woke up. Alright, let's have a little look-see. See if we can make Bubba happy. Alright, maybe we'll tidy up a bit. So, put the bed here, you reckon, huh? Let us then put our skins in here, I think. Oh, he's hungry again. I almost forgot that. Do I have another hatchet here? I do, yes. I'm tempted to say, Bubba, this counts towards the 100 subscriber live stream, but I don't think you'd respond to that proposal very positively.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Why is he suddenly suffering from... Oh, Lord, don't tell me. Cabin fever. Oh, good Lord. Cabin fever. You're kidding me. What have I done to deserve that? Oh yeah, of course, I can go sleep in the car, can't I? Yeah, oh, well, I guess I know where I'm sleeping tonight. Wonder I've finished off all that first bear yet. Alright, let's at least finish off what we're doing here. Okay, get rid of the chair. I hope you don't mind if I keep wood by the fireplace. Alright, where's all my gut and stuff? Oh, hang on. I think I've read everything that I've got. Oh, maybe not this. Right. Is it okay? Never mind. I'm just going to drop the stuff. So that is cured. That is cured. That is cured. One gut pile coming right up. One rabbit skin pile coming right up. What else have I got in here that is curable? Okay, don't worry about that just yet. Can't go through this. That is kind of funny. Where is my uncured gut pile? That'll have to be here. Let's see. Oh. Think I've got enough guts. That. Let's go grab my bear skins. How much cured gut have I got? I think the simple answer to that one is quite a lot. Oh yes, I know, I forgot about that. Sorry. Yes, well, okay, look, I've cleared out the entryway, okay? A thing on the shelf in the room with the... Hang on a minute. You mean in here? No, there isn't. Oh, this. It's newsprint. And that is a ruined candy bar. And that is a can opener, because I've already got enough can openers. Yes, I know. Yeah, candy bar. And let's see. No. 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 Yes, but it's ruined. So, you know, not really something I want. Still got plenty of cloth. Yes. Alright, let's go and spend some quality time in the car, I suppose. Or am I going to do that this evening? Yes, and I know I need to pack everything away. I can't use the maple syrup. Look, I've made progress, alright? Let's go and get the bed. Maybe I ought to renegotiate the deal for the 100 subscriber feed. I'll spend 2 hours doing everything exactly as Bubba wants me to do. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to do that. There we go. No. 3 hour live stream it is. Ooh, almost forgot. That could have been slightly disastrous. No, I know, Bubba. I'm not going to go anywhere near that suggestion. Oh, that's right. I was going to go and head out and sleep in the I was going to sleep in the car, wasn't I? Where's my water? Where's my water gone? I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? What? Alright, where was the car? There's the car. Well, I'm not suffering too badly. Does anybody listen to the radio anymore? Oh, well, I've fixed my cabin fever problem. I grew up with the radio. Radio plays. Yeah, you know, it's the idea, I imagine, to people these days of listening, excuse me, of listening to a radio play must sound very strange. Ow, 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 ow. What have I done to my elbow? Oh! Well, I think it's time to leave the vehicle. Excuse me a second, my throat is tickling. Alright, let's hurry back before I freeze to death in the car. That would have been ill-advised. Oh, I've never tried to be on the radio. Trying to think if I've ever been on the... No, I haven't. I've been on TV accidentally a couple of times. Yeah, me too. That would not be a good thing. 99% cured. Why couldn't you have made it 100%? Give us something interesting. Ah, there is still time. Do you think if I stand over it and jump up and down on it, it'll help it cure? Don't think that would help. Do I have enough water and everything? I might have to do a water session. I also want to have a look at the possibility I need to examine the possibility of collecting that other deer. Oops. Venison is stinky for some reason. Oh no, it's the amount of meat I'm carrying. Hang on. How can I have a sprain risk? What am I carrying? That doesn't help. 18 cloth seems a little excessive. Oh, and 6 wood definitely seems a little excessive. You know, I could just drop the bedroll. I don't need that. Is my clothes frozen? Are my clothes frozen? No, they're not. How come I'm getting cold when a 21 degree warmth bonus? I'm just wondering if it's worth collecting the meat from that deer over here. If I can find it again. Whose name are you requesting, Bubba? Oh, well, for the purposes of public, such as this YouTube channel, you can call me Shard. It is actually a name I use in another video game as well. Just trying to see. Oh, excuse me. Ah, yes. How far did I go down here before I shot that deer? I know it was by the fence. Good heavens. Was it the other way? No, not that deer, the one I shot by the road. Must have been the other way. Yep, it was the other way. Yep, definitely must be over there. Heh. Oh well. I must have gotten completely turned around. Oh well, at least I'll have a better map of the area. Whoa! 17 watching. Thanks everybody who is watching. Is it getting colder in this game as time progresses?
Can't feel my feet.
Oh, I just realised I'm probably not doing my boots any good, am I? I'm almost scared to find out just what bad shape my boots are in. Oh, okay, not too bad. I mean, yes, terrible, but could be worse. Yeah, because typically I should be getting warm about now. And that was with... What did I have? I had about a... 13, 14 degree temperature boost, and then I got that parka. Wow, I must have been a long way along there. Oh, rabbits are back. I hope this isn't the point at which I find that the bear is back. Bear shouldn't be back until tomorrow or the day after, I think. For half a split second I thought that was a polar bear. No, I wasn't this far along. Definitely not this far along. Well, I think it's only a certain kind of mind that makes that association, Bubba.
So cold.
Yep, I know. You've said. But I thought you said the plane crash was in Milton. Don't know what you're talking about, Anna. I'm as pure as the driven snow. Oh, really? I thought there was just the one. Ooh, he's not happy. Oh, gotcha, yes. For some reason I just assumed the one plane in the game was the one that you crashed in, but that makes sense. Hey, look at this! I've got 2 cured black bear hides. At last. Oh, oh, that's okay. I'm okay for water, aren't I?
Might have to drop some gear.
bearskin coat. Wow, 30 hours. Well, that's got 3 hours out of the way. Don't think I've got... yeah, let's... Only 25 hours more to go. Um, 140 something, I think. Let's see. Got food for the night. Got water for the night. Soon tell you. Well, we're coming up for 2 hours. I'm 2 minutes short of 2 hours, so welcome to the part of the live stream is where I take 5 minutes to say, everybody have a good week. I swear it took me 10 minutes to sign off last night because people kept chatting at me. $149 days. There we go. So technically he's been here for nearly 5 months. Except, of course, if this winter continues like this, the ecology would essentially collapse. But, yeah, we'll ignore that. What am I doing? Right, so what I'll do is I'll just get to the beginning of the next day. I thought things like rose hips and reishi mushrooms did actually respawn, or am I wrong about that? Or are we talking about something completely different? Right. I was about to go downstairs till I realised I was already there. Let's have a look at see what the weather's like. I mean, yeah. Hey, Bubba, what do you think? Do you think I should go for a wander to the barn and spend the day there? I think I'm a little bit not in favour of
Wonder if I can drop any of this.
wandering through any more blizzards if I can avoid it. Yeah, not even going to. I'm not even going to try. Well, I actually need to go and get my own lunch, and I actually have some bits to do. Oh no, I've got to go out. Yeah, I do. I do have to pop out. So, thank you for being with me through this experience. I'm sorry it wasn't as exciting as yesterday was, but the title was The Long Dark Recovery, and that was what today is about. And I have recovered. All I need to do now is fix everything. And do I need to say it? If you have enjoyed any part of the stream or the conversation going on in chat, which I think I mostly missed in the last half hour, please like and subscribe in order to see more. And thank you again for Anna for sharing and clipping the more embarrassing bits. And I will see you all later. Bubba, no, this evening is Sky, Children of the Light, because there's a minor end. There is the end of the quest tree in the Days of Radiance, and I will be streaming that instead. That's a whole different group of people who enjoy that. But you're welcome to come along and watch it. It's relaxing. I don't get to wander around in blizzards and die. Of course, then I'd have to explain the entirety of the game to you. Anyway, I will see you all certainly tomorrow morning or later, depending. Have a good rest of the day. See you all soon. Yeah, what am I doing there?